And so I am so pleased to be joined with Matt Arnold in trying to get out the word on what is going on in the judicial branch. And the fact that we have, judges, this case out in Lincoln County has been going on for 7 years. Get it done already, Judge. Make the defense go to trial. But it goes on and it goes on and it goes on. And I am pleased to be joined by Attorney General John Suthers. And I don't know that he wants this to be so publicized, but I think he told the Republican Men's Club last week that you should vote no on Chief Justice Malarkey, that you should vote no on Justice Bender, and you should vote no on Justice Martinez. Now, Justice Martinez is very liberal, and I disagree with him. I do not see him at the political functions, and I think Chief Justice Malarkey and Justice Bender are overtly political, and they should not be. It's not their job to be. They should be fair and impartial. They should refrain from that kind of activity. They are blatantly political. That's just not their role, and I think it is. For the State Attorney General to be telling you to vote no on those 3 justices, that is huge. That's enormous. He is now in the company of reformers, and he is going to be attacked. And you've got to support him, because for him to say that, for politicians to step up and say what needs to be said, is tough, and they are going to pay the price. So I just think, please pay attention to to what's going on in our judicial branch. It is very concerning. I have, Nathan and I discussed after there was an article in the newspaper about how I had sent Judge Cross an email, and I'd said I'm going to review all the testimony in the Canemark case, with which I was not even familiar, and I'm going to prosecute people who are using medical marijuana. I never said that. That just was something that he pulled out of the blue, and I called him on it. I called the reporter on it. The reporter went back to him and said, should I do a correction? And he said no. And so I never said that. I'm a former nurse, and I am a cancer survivor. And I got to tell you, I think there are times when you let people have the comfort they need to get through what can be just devastating, ravaging illnesses. But be that as it may, this was just something that was just a lie, a fabrication. And so Nathan and I talked about the fact that I was going to respond in the blogs and say, we have some fabulous judges, I want you to know. But there are some judges who are just blatantly political, and I said in my blog, there are some, the liberal political judges in Arapahoe County who do not like, or in the 18th Judicial District, who do not like my tough stance on crime or the fact that I seek the death penalty, will take any opportunity they can to take a shot at me, to make me look nutty, crazy, kind of over the edge, over the top. I'm so possessed, I'm so concerned about medical marijuana that I'm going to order a transcript and read through it to see who might be using it that shouldn't be. No. They try to marginalize me. And the fact is, the judge in the Aaron A. Thompson case, you remember that? We found that car, and that car had so little evidentiary value that CBI refused to test it. So what does she do? She says in open court in front of the press, the fact that you didn't tell us about this car makes it look like the district attorney's office will do anything to win. What? The car had no evidentiary value. It was, when there wasn't a body in it, nobody cared anymore about it. There wasn't a body, there wasn't a map to the body. It was of no value to that case. And for that judge to say, and that was carried on 7 News, this makes it look like the DA's office will do anything to win. That undermines our credibility with jurors. That compromised justice for that little 6-year-old girl. Because if the jury had seen that inadvertently, if somebody had told them that, these kind of statements should not be being made by our judicial branch. They are supposed to be, again, fair and impartial, and ensure that each and every one of us who want to go to court, who want to go to court and want to seek justice have the right to do so, and the guarantee that we will be treated fairly. Anyway, that is my issue, and I'm happy to talk to anybody about it afterwards. Thank you.
Since jails are full and crime's down, let's give her one more hand. Our next guest today, we're very pleased to have him here, Mr. Dick Wadhams, who, for those of you that don't know, is born and raised in Colorado. At age 19, he was Republican County Chair in 75-76 while earning his degree at University of Southern Colorado. First served Montana U.S. Senator Conrad Burns on successful campaigns in 94 and 2000. Oh, I thought he was yelling at me. I said, did I say something wrong? That's why I'm reading it, because I don't want to screw up. Chief of Staff for George Allen of Virginia in 05 and 06. Campaign manager for John Thune of South Dakota when they beat the majority leader, Tom Daschle, which was an exciting race. That was a great upset, but for those of you that know, Tuesday night I think we might see a bigger one. Whoever would have guessed that in the state of Massachusetts, in Teddy Kennedy's seat, that we had a chance to win that in the most liberal state in the Union. That's amazing.
Not Ted Kennedy's seat.
Oh, that's right. Thank you. It's not Ted Kennedy's seat. It's the people of Massachusetts' seat. They can choose who they want. Thank you for catching me on that. That was definitely the political quote of the week. I apologize. And then Dick also helped fellow candidates obtain office, Hank Brown, Wayne Allard, and Bill Owens. I think one of the things that's really important to mention about Dick before he comes up is there is a lot of pushback from the groups that I'm involved with, the 9/12 movement, the Tea Party movement, our bloc, those sorts of grassroots movements that have some frustration with the Republican Party, and I think justifiably so. One of the great things about Dick that I've noticed is Dick has taken the time to meet with the leadership. He cares about the people in this room. He wants us to be involved. He wants us to get in the driver's seat, and he wants us to help turn the country around. So please welcome Dick Wadhams.
Hey, thank you for mentioning Massachusetts. James Garcia, would you come up very quickly? I want to take care of this early on. We're trying to help Scott Brown in Massachusetts. James Garcia, our Executive Director, will tell you how you can do it.
Hey, how are you doing? Thank you very much. If everybody in this room takes 30 minutes of their time to make some phone calls today, we'll make over 3,000 calls by the end of the day. If we do that for the next 3 days, we'll have made over 10,000 calls. As of yesterday, 46 states in this country were making calls into Massachusetts. That's how important this effort is. I'm sure that by the end of the day yesterday, it was all 50 states because we're working to get all 4. So this is really, really important. It's a very, very easy system to use. All you need is a computer and a phone. You will not be charged for long distance calls. We will send you your login information. We'll send you your username, your password, and a very detailed set of instructions. It's very easy. It'll take you a couple minutes to get familiar with it, a couple calls, and you'll be very comfortable with the system. Again, it takes about less than a minute per call because it's a very short script. These are people who are supportive of Scott Brown, who are friendly, they're independents, and they're Republicans who already support him. So they're going to be good calls. So if you will please email, I will write it down on that whiteboard in just a second, but it's going to be matt@collogop.org, matt@collogop.org. Just send your first name, last name, and your email address. And that's all we need, and we'll get you set up. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you for having me here today. I want to talk about 2 things. The changing nature of this governor's race that has had so much happen in the last week or so, and then the caucus assembly process that begins on March 16th. First of all, we all respect and honor Governor Ritter's decision to withdraw from the race because of his, and I'm serious about this, because of his family. We all can appreciate that. But this is also the brutal truth about Bill Ritter. He was the weakest incumbent governor in more than 50 years. And there's a reason for that. There is a reason why he was the weakest incumbent governor, and while he was not facing certain defeat, but it was looking pretty dire to him. And that is because he campaigned in 2006 as a moderate, pro-business Democrat, and he governed anything but. I mention this because his name might not be on the ballot in 2010, but his record will be. And let's take a look at the record that drove his numbers into the ground. He did not tell the people of Colorado when he ran in 2006 that he would raise property taxes without the vote of the people under our Tabor law. He did not tell the people of Colorado that he would raise automobile registration fees, once again, without a vote of the people under our Tabor law. He did not tell the people of Colorado that on a dark Friday afternoon in November of 2007, he would sign an executive order that would consign state of Colorado employees to union bosses. He did not tell the people of Colorado in 2007